I am at SHOT Show 2024 on the hunt for the coolest, most interesting prepper products I can find. SHOT Show is, of course, best known for the firearms and ammunition that manufacturers and retailers put on display here, but there's also no shortage of prepper products available to look at. SHOT stands for Shooting, Hunting, and Outdoor Trade. Not anyone can get in here. It's restricted to distributors, manufacturers, buyers, and the media. I'm here with Ryan from Bakcou, and you guys manufacture e-bikes, and e-bikes are becoming really popular with preppers. A lot of e-bike manufacturers are marketing them to preppers for good reason, alternative means of transportation, bugging out purposes, etc. Tell me about this unit here.
This is the Bakcou Mule. This bike can hook a trailer up to it, haul some water around, haul food supplies, all kinds of different cargo. And then it has a 1,000-watt mid-drive motor, which is designed for pulling and climbing, so it can get you anywhere you need to go. And then this particular model does come in 3 different sizes, so anybody could fit it. Easy to ride, 5 different levels of assist, has a thumb throttle so you can fly around. You can buy a spare battery. With our biggest battery, you could go up to well over 70 miles on a single charge. Wow. Great for you to use. It can even charge with a solar panel. All kinds of things that would be great for, those for prepping.
Who are buying the bulk of these products? Is it mostly hobbyists right now, or are you also selling to preppers?
Yeah, we originally started out selling to hunters, and so the bikes were designed to take you into the back country. And we're going on weekend trips, sometimes even 5-day trips. So we're taking spare batteries or additional mileage, that sort of thing. But now all kinds of people are just buying them to ride around town. Additional transportation you mentioned to get to and from, the store, or just even to park your trailer and then cruise around the back country or around the lake, that sort of thing. So
if your battery did run out, then you've got backup.
Absolutely,
manual power.
The bike's free wheel really well, so if you didn't have any more power, you can still get back to camp or to a base camp.
Retail price on something like this?
This one retails about $4,600. If you got the larger, bigger battery, you can go up to about $5,100. And if you got a spare battery, they're right around $1,000.
And you manufacture the trailers that go on these as well?
We do. We have 3 different trailer options that can hook onto the back of them.
Cool. All right. That's really nice. Thanks for your time.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Look who I found wandering the SHOT Show floor, Angry Pepper. What are you thinking of the show? Think of the show so far this year?
This year the show is, seems like a lot less people. The only interesting thing I saw was the collapsible camper, if you will, collapsed to the size of a fridge. What do you think of the show?
I've been sort of just focusing less, particularly on prepping products. I'm just bored of the AR-15 stuff, but there's just, that's everywhere.
That's that. You know what? I love guns.
Yeah.
But enough.
Yeah.
Enough. We understand there's 18,000 companies that are making something different and tweaking it. It's like, come out with something new that's going to wow us instead of showing us the same shit.
Well, that's what I think is the case. And when I was talking with Palmetto State Armory last year, they were saying that the innovation has really tapered off. I don't know what else there is new to innovate. And then they moved to sort of making lever actions tactical and that sort of thing, just because they can.
I thought I was seeing things when I saw a tactical lever action. I'm like, that doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
Actually, it should be illegal, and someone should pay for that. Leave lever actions alone. Don't make them tactical.
I agree. All right. Well, enjoy the show.
Thank you. You too.
I'm here with Jared from Harbor Strike. You guys sell freeze dryers for home consumption, right? For home use. And freeze-dried foods, of course, are very popular among preppers, but not all preppers know that you can actually do this at home if you're willing to invest in the piece of equipment. And freeze-dried foods are expensive, but if you're doing a lot of it, you can save money by doing it yourself.
Yeah.
What are we looking at here?
So first I'd like to hit on your comment of saving, right?
Yeah.
So not only are you saving food, right? You get to set it away for 25 years. You're saving a lot of money. So generally when you buy a freeze-dried sample or food bag, right?
Yep.
You're spending $10 to $20 depending on what it is. With a freeze dryer, sure, your upfront cost. So these retail for $26.95 in retail stores nationwide. Sure, you're going to spend a couple $1,000s, but over time, you use this thing 25 to 30 times, depending on the food you use. You're going to save that much money, right?
Okay.
So in comparison to buying those cans or the freeze-dried food, you can load an entire meal on here. You know, if you wanted to do lasagna, beef stroganoff, a soup, whatever it may be, you can also freeze dry anything per shelf, different things. So you could do a meal, you could do fruits, vegetables. If you like some candy, you can freeze dry candy. And then throw on some steaks, right?
Yep.
Flay them up, put them on there, and then close your door and push start. It's a fully automated system. So, it's going to run, average time is 20 to 25 hours. Is what it needs to operate to freeze dry down. It drops to negative 40 degrees inside the chamber.
Okay.
A process called sublimation is going to happen where we remove the moisture from the food very slowly. When it's finished, it's going to alert you with a beep. You can come take it from there, store it in a number 10 can if you wanted to.
Yep.
You could put it into a Mylar bag. And this is going to be shelf stable for 25 years.
And that's great. And so when you do it in a Mylar bag, you don't really even need to add oxygen absorbers at that point, right?
You wouldn't. No. So if you have like a vacuum sealer, those are great too.
Okay.
Things to remember that harm our food: light, heat, and moisture.
Yep.
So as long as you're protecting from those three things, the freeze dryer took care of the moisture. So if you're putting it in a bag that allows light into it or a ball jar, just make sure you store it in some place that's going to protect it from light and heat. Mylar bag's going to protect it from all three.
One thing I've noticed is a lot of people will actually, like you were saying, you could do candy. To offset their costs, they'll actually do a bunch of candy and then they'll sell those at farm.
Sell it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah. And dog treats.
Dog treats are very popular, especially for that resale, right?
Yep.
And you can sell those for a little more of a premium. You can sell like a store-bought bag, right?
Yep.
You can sell it $10 to $20, and say a dog treats, you put 3 or 4 dog treats in there, you can still sell it for $10, $15. So you can make good margins there.
How much energy are these going to use?
So nationwide, our average is less than $2 per cycle.
Okay.
So you run this for 24 hours, you're only going to spend $2, maybe $3.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Great.
They are just a 110 plug, so most homes have those. If you do a larger, this is our medium. If you do a larger and extra large, they do require a dedicated 20 amp circuit.
Okay.
But still just the 110 plug.
Great. Thanks for your time.
Yeah, good to meet you. Things to remember that harm our food: light, heat, and moisture.
Yep.
So as long as you're protecting from those three things, the freeze dryer took care of the moisture. So if you're putting it in a bag that allows light into it or a ball jar, just make sure you store it in some place that's going to protect it from light and heat. Mylar bag's going to protect it from all three.
One thing I've noticed is a lot of people will actually, like you were saying, you could do candy. To offset their costs, they'll actually do a bunch of candy and then they'll sell those at farm.
Sell it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah. And dog treats.
Dog treats are very popular, especially for that resale, right?
Yep.
And you can sell those for a little more of a premium. So you can make good margins there.
How much energy are these going to use?
So nationwide, our average is less than $2 per cycle.
Okay.
So you run this for 24 hours, you're only going to spend $2, maybe $3.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Great.
They are just a 110 plug, so most homes have those. If you do a larger, this is our medium. If you do a larger and extra large, they do require a dedicated 20 amp circuit.
Okay.
But still just the 110 plug.
Great. Thanks for your time.
Yeah, good to meet you.
I'm here with Roman from MIRA Safety. Roman, you guys sell a lot of gas masks and a lot of gas masks to preppers. Why should preppers consider purchasing a gas mask?
I mean, at the end of the day, it's a very personal choice on what you perceive to be substantial threats versus insubstantial threats. I think that time has proven that there are situations where air becomes toxic and you have to put on some sort of respirator to survive that situation.
Yep.
I mean, just last year, we had the Ohio chemical spill when the train derailed, and that was a very specific case where, you know, if you didn't wear PPE and you were exposed to those gases and vapors being released, it could have damaged you pretty badly. It's kind of common sense preparedness at the end of the day, because you can only survive 3 minutes without air, 3 days without water, and 3 weeks without food, right? Air is at the base of, you know, the tip of Maslow's hierarchy of needs,
Yeah.
right? Physiological survival, air being at the top. So we sell air.
So,
Think of it
and
that way.
a lot of people, they see the sort of the old like Israeli style gas masks, which have the 40 millimeter thread, and I think yours do as well.
Yep.
These are significantly different. What are we looking at here, and how should a prepper decide on which kind of mask to purchase?
We have our 3 flagship products here, CM6M, CM7M, and CM8M. CM8M is the latest and greatest iteration of our masks, where it combines the technology of the CM6M and the CM7M into
Okay.
one package, where you have a wide panoramic field of view, while also maintaining a good cheek weld with rifle systems. And otherwise, they're made out of the same materials, bromide butyl rubber. They've got the same speech diaphragm, drinking system, etc. Really, to decide, it's all about what form factor is most comfortable for
Okay.
you. If you're going to be using optics, night vision, we still do recommend the CM7M
All right.
because you're able to get the optic much closer to your eye. If you're doing general preparedness, general application, CM6M is still the flagship product, and it does come in, you know, a little bit less than the CM8M. The CM8M is if you want the latest and greatest, and once again, it has that wide panoramic field of view, weapon compatible, and also optics compatible, but it does come at a slightly higher price point at $325. CM6M is about $250, and so is the CM7M.
I find it challenging sometimes
Sure.
with glasses. What model would I want if you're dependent on eyeglasses?
So eyeglasses are not compatible with respirators at all.
At all. Okay.
So if you're looking to correct vision problems, what you would do is get a spectacle kit, which we do have on the wall over there, which I can
Okay.
show you guys. And the spectacle kits, you go on our website, you can upload your prescription, and we send you a spectacle kit with the prescription
Oh, wow.
lenses already
Okay.
in the mask. You pop it in, and you have vision correction built right into your mask.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Awesome. Thanks for coming by.
I'm talking with Landon from MyMedic, and a lot of preppers, you know, overlook, at least to start, medical preps, but it's something that they certainly should not. What are we looking at here?
So this is our MyFac first aid kit. This is our #1 selling kit that we have on our site. We sell it for $324.95, and it is our most comprehensive kit.
You said it's the MyFac?
The MyFac. So that stands for My First Aid Kit. This thing is such a smart thing to carry. So it comes even just right from the get-go. It is so smart and well planned out. This thing just mounts right to your headrest, and when you need it, it just tears off and it's ready to go. I mean, it'll work in your Jeep, in your truck. You can throw it on in your Razor, your side-by-side. So something else that we thought was really, really important is that when you are in a traumatic situation, you need to be able to find things quick. So if I'm bleeding, I'm going to look for things in red. If I get burnt on the stove, I'm going to want burn stuff.
Nice.
Meds, ointments, outdoor equipment. You've got stuff to secure a nasal airway.
Yep.
And you've got chest seals that are in here. You've got cold packs, stuff for sprains and fractures, hydration, and all kinds of really amazing tools. So I can understand how that's pretty intimidating. Like, I've never done any of this before. So something else that we've built into this is that on the back of these, we've got these QR codes that have all the training there ready to go.
Oh, nice.
You can watch and learn. how to do that so that you can be confident with that too. Like just like training with your firearms, you can train with these first aid kits and be ready to go when something happens.
Cool. I'm here with Ryan from Mission Darkness. A lot of people know about, your sleeves and those sorts of things for protecting ham radios, cell phones, that sort of thing. But you guys have some massive bags here that I haven't seen before. What are these?
Bag. This is 100% waterproof Faraday enclosure. It's over 1,000 liters. This product first came to us from Coast Guard. They needed this bag when they recover drugs, pallets of drugs on a vessel. They need to throw them inside of this because inside of those drugs, there's all kinds of sensors. They can't cut open bags. They need to throw it in there. We'll start off with this. This is our Rapture to make sure that they're not tracked and that the bad guys can't find their drugs.
So
and
the
recover
cartel
them.
is putting chips inside the bags?
Absolutely. Yeah, they're doing that to recover their drugs. Of course they are. So then what we sell it for now, we sell it to Coast Guard, military. We also sell it to preppers. They're throwing solar panels, generators, large generators inside of here. All kinds of sat phones, all kinds of communication equipment, even e-bikes will fit inside of here. It's 100% waterproof. If you roll the top and close the zipper, air is not going to escape from it. What happens with an EMP is it forces so much energy into the air that it ionizes the air, and it basically fries anything with a circuit board, right? Any electronics at all, it's going to fry them. Everything has a circuit board, right?
Yeah.
As we know, there's really nothing built today that we can find that's not going to have a circuit board. So it's going to effectively fry it, it's going to destroy it. Inside a generator, you have mechanical components, you have an engine, and then you've got circuit boards that are driving everything that's going on in there. So it's going to fry it, it's going to make it useless. A generator to a solar generator, just a battery, large batteries that can power, up to houses for a few days. You could put those inside of here along with solar panel systems, and they're going to stay protected. One thing to mention really quick, we don't know. We haven't had an EMP. Right. We've had EMP type events. We have solar flares. We have instances that replicate that. We don't quite know. So what we do is we do lab testing. We do it with a partner where they do as close as they possibly can to an EMP event. And these products are all certified towards that spec.
These are lined with the fabric. Am I understanding correctly that this is like a stainless steel material inside the fabric?
It's a nickel copper fabric.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And that explains the expense because these are not cheap products. What's the retail price on something like this?
Around $600. It's not only the materials, which are not cheap. They're of course expensive. They're specialized. That's what we see here.
Yep.
It's not just a waterproof liner. We have this material. This is in a double layer or triple layer in some products.
Yeah, you can feel it's there.
And there's a lot of it. There's a ton of fabric in this. And then you have special manufacturing techniques that allow this product to be fully signal proof, fully radio frequency blocking, and subsequently EMP proof.
Okay. I'm here with Sean from Olight. I've reviewed a bunch of your products on my website before, and you guys market a lot to preppers.
Absolutely.
You've got a few products here that I find particularly interesting. What is this one here?
So this is the Baton 4. It's got 1,300 lumens, which is crazy because it's the length of my pinky finger. It's got really good grip on it, deep carry clip. The best part is it does come with this charging case, and so you can think of this as like an earbud case where you just throw the product in and then you can close it down like that. The crazy thing is this has a 21700 battery in it, so it's 5,000 milliamps, and you can charge the light up to 5 times before you actually have to charge the case. Another thing is it's Type-C here on the front, and you can plug in external devices to this and use it as a power bank. I use one of these all the time to charge up my phone that's always dying. It even has a little digital screen readout right there, so you know the battery level of the case itself. You can hold this down and it will do
Oh, nice.
gradual increase and decrease. But when you remove the light and you hold it down, it'll go through your standard low, medium, and high.
Okay.
So it changes the way the light works when it's in the case.
And then the second product is
This is one of our biggest releases. It's the ArcFeld Pro. And we decided to make a light finally for the first time with a flat design. So when it's in your pocket, you don't even know it's there. Now this isn't just a regular flashlight, even though it does go up to 1300 lumens. But also it'll go to a green laser, and then it'll go to UV as well to check for your hotel room and all of that stuff. It does have our magnetic charging, so you can use the same charging cable with both of these. It also has a deep carry clip, and it has a dual direction clip, so if you want to, you can
that's nice.
pop it on your hat and use it
that's
hands-free.
cool. Yep.
And it is a magnetic base, so there you go. Retail price for this one is $99 with the case. Same thing, $99 for the ArcFeld Pro as well.
So there's a stereotype of preppers that they are often dressed solely in 511 tactical gear, Carhartts, and camouflage, but that's not always the case. And for the prepper who's looking for an EDC knife that is not necessarily tactical looking, a little more formal, Rick from Ocaso, this is the guy that you want to speak to. Rick, tell us a little bit about the knives that you guys carry and how they're different from what a lot of people see as an EDC knife.
Yeah, that's a great point. We got all these preppers out there, and they may have day jobs, right? They may be the guys that are sitting in their suits or their nice dress shirts, and I think we could be the brand just for them. But when the shit hits the fan, can I say shit?
You can say shit.
So when the shit hits the fan, you know, it's prepper action. They got their go bag. But before that, we've got executive premium style knives and everyday carry accessories. I want to start out by talking about this one. I love stuff that sits on the desk. So I always had a letter opener or a desk knife. So this is the duo desk knife that we're coming out with this year. It's got a great look to it. Wharncliffe blade shape, spear point, walnut stand with our signature diamond icon. But there's also a little play factor, fidget factor to it. It's sitting on magnets there that you can put it back together. Snaps back nice and easily. Spins open nice and easily. So it's got that play factor, fun factor, great look factor. We got Kurt American is a designer on our Delos, and we have two variations of it. We have the Fat Carbon Black Dunes and the Fat Carbon Dark Blue Matter. Modified Tanto Point, Damascus steel. There's a DLC process on the high-grade titanium frame lock on this side. It's running on stainless steel cage ball bearing system, and this thing is slick looking. I feel it's got that John Wick, Kingsman, James Bond look to it. That will be available this spring. Also, something that's new is we've got the Seaton range coming in marble carbon fiber with VG10. And it comes in two different blade shapes, two different sizes, a large and a small. And what I like to point out is this little guy right here is only coming in at just an ounce. It's really light, which would fit well in our little key slip, so it's not gonna have a lot of weight to weigh it down. It's also a great little knife to fit in our front pocket, slim minimalist style wallet that we're introducing this year. And so that's about it in a nutshell. There's some things that didn't make it for our launch here in 2024, so be on the lookout. So we'll have some mid-year launches.
Thanks for your time.
Good to see you, thanks.
So this is an interesting product that I came across. It's a heater that generates heat based off diesel fuel, but they call it a self-generating heater. How does this thing work?
So as you can see, the green battery here is only for jump start. It's like your vehicle's engine. So, and the power that we made just from our fuel, which is diesel. Here's a tank of the diesel. So we have an alternator inside of the machine.
Okay.
So basically saying all power made from diesel will charge back the batteries. So the batteries can just continually run. For 1.2 gallon of diesel, which is right here.
Yeah.
And it can let the machine run at least 30 hours on our minimum level of the heat. And our product is actually adjustable. We have level 1 through level 9. For maximum level 9, we can do up to 15 hours, at least 12 hours.
This is actually throwing some serious heat.
Yeah.
Be perfect for a tent or an ice shack or even a camper back of a pickup truck.
Yep.
How do you vent? These things vent right out here?
Here's our exhaust part. We have like a muffler down here. So while if you go out for camp and you're sleeping there, our muffler can quiet everything down. So make sure your sleep quality.
Yeah, I can't even hear it.
It's definitely lower than our normal like talking noise.
And then a retail price on something like this?
The retail price is actually for the MSRP is $1,500.
Okay.
US dollars.
Great. It's a great product. It's very cool. Thanks for your time.
Thank you. Appreciate it.